right, so this is Nathan's show, just getting launched right now. So please join us over here on the new broadcast that we were just ended mine, and we're starting Nathan's. So it's in the Zoom link. I just posted the Zoom link. Oops, remove any web. Let's try again. Oh, Nathan's won't allow me, so he's got something set on his settings. I don't know how to fix that quickly, so. All right, hold on, let me see. Oh yeah, we've got the participants over here. Hang on a second, Nathan, sorry about that. And waiting for Steve also to join us again. Hello, Nathan.
Hello, Superman Dan, and hello, TBC community and world. Hey, thanks again for getting me set up here, Dan. I appreciate that.
It was down about 3 minutes. We got that, you know, down to 2 to 3 minutes, somewhere in there. So we're doing
okay.
So now I cannot post your link in your online chat room. It doesn't allow me. So that there's something in your settings that's preventing that. So
okay.
But you know, I don't want to try and figure it out while we're on the broadcast. So go ahead, take it away.
All right, excellent. Well, I've been doing show for everybody that may be new watching my show. I've just started doing my own shows here just recently, but every great thing starts small. So never be, don't be afraid to take on small beginnings, because small beginnings can become massive. Taking that, the TBC coin, for example, or even Bitcoin, you know, it started out under a penny. And if you had bought in $100 worth of Bitcoin when it first came out, you'd have somewhere around $90 million today, just 100 bucks. These types of fortunes really do happen. Same thing with TBC. And now the thing I love about the Billion coin is it's only been around 2 years. And our membership has blown past 3 million. We're starting to cruise right along. We started out with the same technology as Bitcoin. We even experienced some of the same problems as Bitcoin because of the growth of people trying to do transactions all at the same time. Even the Bitcoin network couldn't handle it. So what we're doing is we're upgrading our network. So when you hear about that migration stuff or that migration talk, that's what we're talking about. We're coming out of our shell, like a hermit crab shell, if I can put it in that analogy, from a smaller shell to a much bigger one, so the whole community can grow, exchange, and so much more. I mean, it's not just limited to just cashing out to this paper stuff. People have been trading TBC for cars. And not just one car, nice cars, even a fleet of cars. One of Dan's leaders has a fleet of cars, right, Dan?
Oh, yes.
Yes, a whole fleet of cars, nice cars too. So
20 vehicles, and he's not selling them. He just collects.
Wow.
He's got enough here for a whole showroom, you know. So you know, but he just keeps collecting the vehicles. He likes Land Cruisers, Toyota Land Cruisers. And so he's got those. So he's got one that I like is a Subaru. It's a pretty nice SUV type. He likes SUVs, those kind of things.
Wow.
So just so you know, YouTube is fighting me for putting in the information for the website, but I was managed to put in zoom.us/j/ a number 282375761. You just have to put www dot in the front of that and copy it out and then put it into the web browser and put www in front. You should be able to then join the Zoom link. So because YouTube is just fighting at some setting on his channel. So give that a
now
shot.
are you can you make me a host that way, because I may be bringing on a special guest any moment. Dan is really built quite a network, and it's been just educating people. And that's what we do, is we educate people. If you get your typical public education, that may at best earn you a living in most cases. But when you educate yourself and you go above and beyond public education, it can make you a fortune. No joke. You look at the top, some of the top people in the world who's made billions and billions of dollars, like Bill Gates. He dropped out of school and started his own little business in his garage. And look at what it's become today. So never despise small beginnings. Even if you partner with Dan or myself, getting just $100 worth of Kringles is a seed to literally explode. And part of the membership agreement is we have to, when we exchange it, we have to go by the daily price. So it's guaranteed never to go down. And that's what this world needs, is stability. The world is so hooked on this. It's almost like a drug. It really is a drug. It's so diluted. It makes people go insane. They literally will trade all their hours in the day, ruin their marriages. People kill for this stuff. And, you know, I always like to point out, but I'll keep on pointing it out. You know, you got this eye right there at the top of this pyramid, and there's a mask that says it's the eye of providence. It's like, no, it's not. It's the eye of Horus. And look who Horus is, the ancient Egyptian god. And what's a pyramid doing on the dollar bill? This is America. This is not Egypt. You don't see pyramids here.
Yes, you do.
Well, yeah, now you do, but like in Las Vegas or
no. There's pyramids in Americas. There's pyramids around the world. They're just, you know, there's the Mayans had pyramids, you know, and they're built by the same people. It's just that there was a worldwide effort, but different names of things and slightly different. But anyway, I just want to point out that you are the host.
Okay, awesome. And I just brought out.
People. And I want to also say that Stephen might not be able to come back on unless he figures out how to do the link, because they sent it there, but it's in pieces.
Wow. Yeah. So, anyways, going back to this eye real quick, and this is what this is where TBC shines above this. You know, it may look like a little harmless symbol, but it's an occult symbol. And when you actually think about this eye, it's literally looking down this pyramid. It's down this structure, and it's an enslaving structure. It's taxes. It's amazing. Even the central banks that print all this stuff. I mean, just print it by the trillions. You know, they literally make money out of thin air.
This system that you're referring to is the same system that was there during the time of Horus. It would lasted for 500 years. And it was not until the people rose up, right, that were they able to get out of that. And I think we know that as Exodus.
Right. Absolutely. And you know what? This is, in a sense, we're not saying screw you to our governments. We're not picking up arms or nothing. We love our countries. I love my country. I do. It's just the system I don't really like that. Yeah, I'm not that fond of. But anyways.
Yeah, it's distasteful. The debt system, you know, was pitched as a way of abundance for everyone, but it was really only to enslave and take everybody's value and transfer it to a few.
Absolutely. Yes. I mean, you can't, if you work for a paycheck here in America, they take it out first before you even see it. I was just talking, you know, and I'm actually bringing on a special guest tonight. His name is Rich Kashmir, and he's the inventor and the creator of the TBC code. And it's an amazing platform. I think this is I got to say, it's the best thing I've seen in order to exchange, and it's all within the rules. We teach others to exchange it for cash, for other cryptocurrencies, for Bitcoin, PayPal, whatever, even for physical things like cars, whatever. It's amazing, and I brought him on tonight. We've really been clicking. He's making a lot of money doing this on the side, and his TBC is growing like crazy on top of it all. So, hey, Rich, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's happening, man? How you doing?
Doing fantastic. Honored to have you with us.
Yeah, good to be here, man. Awesome. Can you see me? I don't know what I'm doing
I
here.
don't see, I just see maxed wealth, which I like that word.
Yeah, man. I don't know what's happening with it. It's a new phone, so I guess I'm learning it.
Oh, sometimes you may have to come off and then come on and start with audio and video. That may be the way you have to do it.
Yeah.
And I want to tell everybody, and you know what, this is a beautiful example. Rich does not go all over online and do it like Dan and I do. We're all over the world, doing these live broadcasts. He does this at a local level. It literally makes thousands, sometimes a day. I mean, trading TBC for Bitcoin, like I just said, whatever you want to exchange it into. So yeah, if you want to do that, that would be great. Just hang up and come right back on, and I'll bring you back on, and it should.
Okay, that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do.
Okay, excellent.
Nathan, I just went and looked at the settings on Zoom. It is set for the videos being on, so I don't know why it would not be coming on that way. But anyway, that's.
I've noticed that sometimes when I've come on with my phone, it would do the same thing to me, and so I had to leave and come back on. And I think there's a setting where it says join with audio and video. I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
Okay, I never joined that way, so
I don't know. And if he said it's a new phone, I don't know. He might have to download the Zoom app. I don't know. I need to get more familiar with this. So anyways, all of us here on this show, we're living proof that the TBC really works. And okay, so now that I've kind of knocked this around, and yeah, you can use it, obviously. You can go to the store and use it after you're taxed, on it, and after you slaved all week to get it, Okay, so you can use this, obviously, but there's going to come a day when this is going to be worthless. It's already 97% of its value. Oh, okay. Here he's all right. He's back on. All right. You know what I might have done was actually when I brought him on, I didn't promote him to panelist. Hey, there you go, Rich. I see you now.
But he comes unmuted.
I'll go ahead and unmute you.
All right.
There we go.
All right, great. Can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can hear you.
Awesome. Hey, what's happening, Dan?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
I'm doing good, man. Good to see you guys. Awesome. Yeah, man, just having fun over here with TBC.
Yeah. I think that we should have a conversation after this.
Yes.
I do want to join, and I want to discuss that with you.
Okay.
On I need to get to some details of certain things. Then we'll figure out how to approach doing the launch. We'll see.
Okay. Okay, for sure. Sounds good to me.
All right, so how are things? Well, Nathan, I don't want to take you.
Oh no, that's great. No, well, Rich and we've been talking. I go to CEOs of companies, even like MLS. I went to the CEO and make sure he's a decent guy. And not only did I find out that Rich is a decent guy, I mean he's an amazing guy. He's even he even used to be a police officer and ex-SWAT. I was like, oh man, that is so cool, because I was actually invited to become a cop myself. I turned it down just because it didn't pay good enough, and they'd stick me in prison for the first year. And I didn't want to work in no prison, or in the jail for the first year. I was like, man, thanks, but no thanks. I'm very honored.
Right.
But I love police officers, most in general, who really want to protect and serve, and I love it. And I was so into it until I was like, oh man, $500 a week, and it couldn't cover my living expenses at that time.
Exactly.
But anyways, this gentleman, I mean, he's building this he's doing it literally person to person, just as the Billion Coin is created. It's literally a private agreement, person to person. and he's doing this just at a local level and talking to people in person. So anyways, go ahead.
Yeah, well, I mean, enjoying it, man, because I'm able to get out here and work with people and actually teach them, because a lot of people fear cryptocurrency because they don't understand it. So it's really good because I get a chance to come before them and teach them about it. It's more than just signing up and spending money. That's not what it's about. It's about getting an overall understanding about cryptocurrency and the power of cryptocurrency. And I believe that's really helping everybody to move along with TBC. And the TBC code is really just a platform to give them a roadmap on, which way to go, how to do it. So it's a lot of instruction in there, a lot of training in there. And I really enjoy that part because you get, I don't know how it is for you guys, but when you see somebody have that moment, like, okay, yeah, I got it. That is exciting, man. And just to see the look on their faces, man. So yeah, and TBC is doing a great job. Big ups to the admin. I know it's a lot of work. People don't know the work that goes into these things. They just think is, you get into something and that's it. But it's a lot of work to go into it, and a lot of, of your own personal time goes into it. And so I think that we're going to do a great job with TBC in the upcoming years, guys, for real. Because it's getting this ground now. It's getting this structure,
Yeah, I know it's one of the things that happens as we organize as a community. We end up with the police force, right?
Right.
We had to enforce our membership agreement. We end up with self-regulation, and that's what it's all about. It's not about having permission from a government to do something a certain way. People always look for something's new. Well, what's the government allow us to do? Right.
Absolutely.
The wrong thing.
Nothing.
You have to put the government in its place to serve you, and you
exactly
tell them what to do. And
exactly.
if it's not that situation, then you have the fascist dictatorship, which everybody is submitting to at this moment because they don't understand. It's been taken out of them in the schools and everything, so that we don't even know. And then they attack anything that gives people the ability to have their own independence, such as gold mining, or in the case, network marketing, right? They want network marketing to be filled with criminals.
Yeah.
Right? So that they can come in and say, oh, we have to stop this, right?
Yeah.
Create the problem so they can present the solution. But their solution is not to have any independent people.
Exactly. Totally dependent on them.
That's it.
Exactly. So you could fail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much. And it all, I mean,
your Borg cube.
This pyramid right here, and people, it's funny when people say, oh, TBC, that sounds like a pyramid. I'm like, well, what's in your wallet? Not only do you got a pyramid in your wallet, it says New World Order, just like what Dan was saying about ancient Egypt, wanting to control the whole world's finances and basically bring all the taxes to them, all the gold to them, and all of it goes right up to the top. And this eye, it goes right up to the top, and his eye is looking down on everybody, watching what you're doing. And, they can read your bank statements. Oh, I see he was at the strip club. He cashed out 50, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean,
The idea of collecting the payments into the temple, right, in the ancient Egypt, was so that you could pay to go to the next world, into heaven. If you don't have enough money, you don't go. Talk about this prison, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Wow.
Even the Pope was doing that. They were doing that scam way back. The Pope was doing that. Like, you could buy your way in, you could buy your forgiveness. Seriously, they did this stuff.
That's how the Pope got gifted the whole of England.
Yeah.
Yeah. All of England went to the Pope. So anything else after that, was Rothschild doing some fancy footwork around the Napoleon War, and ended up buying England, and then the Pope said, "Hey, by the way, I own England." And then so they came to an arrangement. So the Pope has 60% of the Crown Corporation, and the other 13 families have the 40% split. So 100% of all taxes collected gets split up, 60% Vatican, 40% to the 13 families.
God. Goodness sakes. And you know, the Vatican owns the most real estate in the world.
In the world.
Yeah, you think McDonald's would? No, they do. And
well, there aren't anyone else that owns anything because you're not allowed to own property.
Right.
Wow.
You're paying a mortgage. That's your death pledge to live in that location, you know, and that's it. You just have permission to live there. You've paid all this money. After a certain amount, you don't have to pay the bank anymore, but you're paying the government.
You're paying the government, yeah.
And if you own the land, true ownership, there is no taxes on it. Because you own it. Yours.
You own it.
You're paying tax for it. Oh, social services, put roads. No, sorry. You cannot tax something that's not owned by the government.
Exactly.
So when you pay your
our people doesn't know. Our people don't study enough to know these things. Our people don't study. The only thing they do is just live within it. That's it, and accept it. And that's why I'm glad there's a change coming with TBC.
Absolutely. You know,
hey Richard, were you on that send button meeting last night?
No, I wasn't. I was in the conference last night. I missed it.
You missed the secrets, man. All the secrets were put out last night.
Oh man.
They identified admin. No, just joking.
Oh my gosh, I was gonna say what?
Just joking. No, but there were some very good secrets revealed last night. It's gonna really, as I said, I'm more excited, I think, about one of those secrets than the actual new blockchain. That's how excited I am about it.
That's good. That's good.
Wow.
We need some excitement, man. The people got to get back excited about TBC. You know, everybody looking at the send button. That has nothing to do with it. You got to have some fire under you. You know, get some fire, some passion.
Serious. We don't even have rocket fuel right now. We've got fusion reactors now engaged.
Right.
Wow.
Wow. Look at that, boy.
Well, yeah, I mean, right here, looking at the three of us on this video, we are all solid proof that you can use TBC. You can exchange it for homes. I use my TBC to pay for my place here. It's a beautiful 3-story home with a private elevator. I think it's just a blessing. It's a relief. It really is, to get out of that satanic slavery system, working for paychecks. I couldn't afford to live like this working at a job. Not me, Right. I'm just one proof. Dan's proof. Rich is proof. Rich is doing very well, extremely well.
And I'm having a ball, man. I'm loving it, man, because it's working. I don't care what no one says. It is working. It's working. That's all that matters, that it is working and it is helping the people. That is what it said it was going to do March 21st, 2016, that it was going to help the people. And that is what it's doing. That's all we can ask for, is to keep his word. So the rest is on us. We got to get up and make a change. We can sit up and whine all day about what isn't this or this is down, but it takes us to get up and make the change. This is just a system. It takes us to put the system into place. That's what I figured out, and that's what I've been doing. I'm putting the system into place.
And one thing I love about your system, and this is a problem Dan and I have, it's not a bad problem, but it solves a problem. You brought a solution to a common problem. And when we get on our platform, it's not just a one-time sale. We continue to generate and teach others to do the same thing. So, and you teach others to do that, you're building up great momentum. You're multiplying. You're not just doing addition or subtraction. I mean, if you're serious about TBC and you get plugged into this, you can do it. Just like that.
Yeah, and what I really like about it is, without even knowing it, we were able to feed into the cookie program. Because what happens is, when you're trading on your first level for 100, when you accelerate to the next level for 200, that's 2 more cookies you're getting. Then when you accelerate to the next level, that's 3 more cookies you're getting. That's the genius part of it. That's going to assure that everyone becomes millionaires and billionaires. You see what I'm saying? Because it's steady feeding into the cookie program. Yeah, by default.
You know, there are some changes going on also for the cookie promos and things like that too.
Okay.
Coming that are really interesting. So, but I just point out we just made it through the half-hour mark, so we can either close it out. We can continue. It's up to you guys. I have a couple hours before I've got to leave for an appointment, but if we want to, you know, do a more private conversation, we could go back on Zoom and talk some things out after we're off the air.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good.
Great. Well,
Sounds
so
good
if you're watching and you see this, I'm going to put my contact links here. I mean, these are the top people in TBC right here. I mean, you're looking, we are among the top, and I'm graced into it. You know, I'm not going to sit here and brag and say, oh, I did all this and I did all that. I just took it serious. That's all. And I studied, just like Rich was pointing out, just like Dan, he's an educator. I mean, he's a teacher. You know, people say teaching jobs don't pay very good. I disagree.
I disagree totally. I disagree totally. I disagree.
Right. We teach others.
Just the best teaching job you could ever have.
Absolutely. Right. And with this platform, you can write your own paycheck. Are you tired of just like, oh, I hope I get a 50-cent raise, you know, by the end of the year, they promised me, you know, and I'm going to keep putting in my hours and I'm going to do what I'm told. And maybe I'll get that. Yeah, you could get that 50. You can laugh at that 50-cent raise with this, what we're doing.
Exactly.
Literally, the sky's the limit. I mean, really, the only thing that's stopping us is our own thinking. And if we're around negative people or trolls or people that say, oh, it don't work, or oh, it's a scam, you know what? I always say, what's in your wallet? What are you doing then? You know, how are you multiplying? Because people don't think in multiplication. That's the successful think multiply. These are prosper. You got to change your vocabulary and start speaking in prosperity language. Multiplication, leverage. Instead of saying, I don't have it, how can I get it? You know, we literally have to change our vocabulary. And that's what we're doing. And anyways, I'll shut up. I'll let you guys talk because you guys are extremely successful. I'm very honored to have you on my show. And I want to keep my shows really interesting.
I'm honored to be here, man. Yeah.
Wow.
All right, Nathan, I sent you a new link for new Zoom.
Okay.
You can send it over to Rich.
Okay, excellent. So, all right, everybody, I'm going to end this here in a couple of minutes, and we're going to continue our private session on making some serious money. And if you want to join us, please contact me or contact Dan. Rich, I mean, he works with leaders, and that's the way we should be working. But anyways, more on that later. Go ahead and get with us, and we'll get you started making some very good money. All right. Anyways, I want to say God bless, good night, or good morning, wherever you are, and I'll look forward to seeing you again on the next show.
Take care.
All right.